Once upon a time, long, long ago, the goddess of wisdom, Athena, and the god of war, Ares, spawned a warrior to aid them in their cause. They named her Athena Ares and tasked her with protecting all of the realms. Well, the Minecraft realms, that is. Hi, I'm Athena Ares. Welcome to my kingdom. Hello everyone, it's Athena back again. Yikes! I am getting pummeled here by these birds. I guess I need to go sleep before we begin our streaming session today. I have done a little bit of work around. Let me show you real quick some of the changes we've made. You can see back there the garden that was not there previously. Let's take a little bit of an aerial view down here. I decided to make tiered gardens this time that kind of fit with the shape of the mountain instead of making a sort of superficial garden where it's like little squares or something like that. Instead, I decided to make it tiered and fit into the aesthetic of the hillside itself. As you can see, we have things like cabbages, wheat, tomatoes, a lot of similar crops like that. Some of them are not in vanilla Minecraft, but are only a part of BetterMinecraft as well. The sweet berries, too, I planted. Typically, I wouldn't really plant sweet berry bushes a lot, but I did this time because the climate here in this mountain does not really allow the crops to grow super well. So instead of just doing things like potatoes or carrots that are the stereotypical crops that we would usually do. Oops. Let's see if we can get this dragon to sit down. There we go. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by these phantoms, and it's making me lose my train of thought here. Let's see if we can take care of them. Wow. Stuck at PvP evidently. But at least there's one less phantom. Okay. In any case, I came down here to show you guys. Right here you can see I planted a bunch of sweet berries, which is not really something I would... Oh my goodness, these phantoms. Something I would typically do, because the climate here on this mountain is really cold year-round, and in BetterMinecraft that means that it's a bit harder to grow that produce, especially during winter time. But sweet berries, bushes, in particular, for some reason grow more quickly despite the season. For instance, like the potatoes or the carrots or even these onions here, if I use bone meal on them during the winter time, they end up growing very slowly still. It's like every 6 hits of the bone meal that it will actually grow more produce, which is obviously a waste of that bone meal. However, sweet berries, on the other hand, it's still basically a 1-for-1. You're gonna get a sweet berry each time you use that bone meal on it, and also they just grow really quickly despite it being winter time. And pretty much all the other crops really slow down their rate of growth during the winter time, although carrots, I've heard, aren't quite as bad in BetterMinecraft. But still, if you're going to bone meal them or something like that to try to increase the rate during the winter, it's going to be extremely slow and take up a lot of resources in order to do so. Sweet berries are just a way around that, even though they don't give you nearly as much health as some of the other produce does. Wow, I just love the way the ground looks after the rain. You can see the transparent effect of the water over the crops and over the pathways. It's really quite cool. So, as you can see here, we have terraced gardens as well as those iron lanterns that I've been putting in. Again, I tried to make the paths look kind of organic as well with that shoveled up dirt, and yes, I did name my shovel the teaspoon. But anyways, the pathway here is all shoveled dirt, as you can see, to try and keep it blending with the natural aesthetic. And then I have some of these stairs. This is made out of cobblestone, but as you can see, it's a bit different than the regular cobblestone. It's not really the same as the stone bricks either. I made a mixture here of using the cobblestone brick stairs, which are from, as you can see, the Hearth and Home mod pack. And also, let's see if I look in my backpack. There's also these hard cobblestone bricks, and I use those a lot in my build too. Including a lot of these steps are made of those hard cobblestone bricks. And the nice thing about these two types is that the hard cobblestone bricks from the Twigs mod and the cobblestone brick stairs from the Hearth and Home mod, neither one of them require you to first put that cobblestone in the furnace to make stone prior to doing using the stone cutter to create these types of stones, so that's nice, and it kind of skips that step that you would need to create regular stone bricks. I also continued the path over here, as you can see, down to this little green castle here, and this was a generated structure and used to have a bunch of mob spawners in it. It's where we got the first couple souls to make our skeleton XP farm that I showed you last time. But I thought it's a really cool structure, so I figured I'd still have a path that leads down to it to kind of fit it into the builds that I'm making around the rest of the mountain. So yeah, you can see it was like a dungeon structure. Ah, yikes. I guess we still have some residents. Wow, I truly do not know how to fight in this mode. Forgive me. There we go. Let's switch back to this mode just in case there's more villainous creatures up here that I need to fight. Wow, what a beautiful day on the server. You can see over here there's a new portion of the wall that I've been working on, as well as I do want to continue expanding it around the entire mountain, as I mentioned last time. In any case, structures like this one have beds in them, typically different types of loot, although the loot in this one is pretty bad, to be honest. I've already looted a lot of it. I'm gonna grab those apples though, see if there's anything I left in here. Now, I wouldn't usually take something like a knife, but I discovered that in Farmer's Delight you can use these knives to cut open things like pumpkins. If you're familiar with this game, you'll know that pumpkins are not a super accessible item. I mean, you can't really use it very easily because you have to add sugar, milk, all sorts of things to make yourself a pumpkin pie in order to eat it, you know? Well, now, if you use the iron knife there, you can make slices of pumpkin and eat it right away, so that's kind of a cool aspect added in so that the pumpkins aren't quite so useless. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff that I don't need. I don't really need these phantom membranes anymore, but I'm gonna take them anyways. This cool armor that I have on, obviously it's not in vanilla. This is the Warden armor. So I've already gone to the deeper and darker dimension, but I may show that to you a bit later in one of my other videos. It is a pretty cool dimension, basically as if the entire universe was made up of the skulk biome with different skulk creatures and monsters that you can fight. So that's a pretty cool place to explore. You do have to get a bunch of phantom membranes as well as carapaces, I believe, from the wardens themselves, from killing a bunch of the wardens. and also those echo shards in order to create this armor. So it does take a bit of time to farm and kill enough of those wardens to be able to make this armor. It is quite annoying, you know, fighting those wardens, because it doesn't really matter how good your armor is, they still hit really hard when you're fighting them. Just a gorgeous day in this fall forest. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on back up here. The resource packs and texture packs in this Better Minecraft are just amazing at creating those little falling leaves and the rays of sunshine, everything to make it more realistic and more atmospheric. Let's get a couple onions while we're at it. Interestingly, as you saw, I don't always just have to like break the plant to pick them up. I can right click on it, and if it's ready, right click on it and you can pick up the produce. So that's kind of nice because you avoid having to break and replant some of the crops that you usually would have to do that with. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot the dragon. Let's try not to jump on any crops while we grab our dragon real quick. If we go out a bit farther, we can kind of get a good look at the changes that I made. You can see all the different little garden areas connecting over to the green, blue, I guess tealish tower that was pre-made. Also, we can see the new section I added over here. Again, I'm kind of boring with that more gothic medieval architecture with the big arches and the airy feel. And I do plan to continue this wall. Whoop. Oh my. There we go. If we continue over here, I do want it to go all the way around the mountain, which clearly is going to take a long time because this is not a small place by any means. But I have this pickaxe. My netherite pickaxe has an enchantment on it called vein mining that does make it a bit easier to be able to mine out the cobblestone really quickly. Let's see, I need to put away a lot of this cobblestone because I don't need to be carrying it around with me. Oh my. This chest used to be full of cobblestone. I guess I have used a lot of it up recently building my wall. Luckily I still have some more here. Okay, let's move some of the stuff that I don't need into my backpack. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and go take a quick nap so that we can turn it to daytime. It is pretty cool that you can see these willow trees have turned red because it is now fall in our world. And I do have it set so that as the seasons change, the visuals will change as well so that I can tell what season it is. Let's go up to the bedroom. Here we are with our friendly Tasmanian devil and all of my other pets. Of course, we can't forget Sir Dobby, the penguin. Let's take a nap. Alright, it is daytime. When I was going around to find a place to build my house initially, I did in fact actually end up finding a location that was pretty cool. It was a giant windmill and it had like hundreds and hundreds of villagers inside of it that were such speedy little fellows. You basically couldn't outrun them somehow. So I'm wondering now if in this new warden armor that I just finished, it makes me faster and stronger. I wonder if I can successfully survive them. We'll see. I'm hoping if I fly around on my dragon, maybe I'll be able to find the location, but no promises, right? We may have to wait till the next video, but we will do our best to try to find it. Of course, the quickest way to get around is probably the Waystone. Could be the dragon, though, instead, perhaps. Probably a better option. It's certainly a more stylish way to explore, right? Okay, so if I'm thinking correctly here, I think I need to make the first coordinate go down, and we will fly around and see what we can find on our journey, if we can find any cool locations. I'm hoping we can find, like I said, one of these pre-made builds or outposts where we can fight and find a little bit of loot, but we will see what we come across. This area that we're flying over right now is the Ominous Woods. This is one of the new added biomes. It's kind of a spooky place with these dark trees and a bunch of wither roses that you'll run into. Oh, well, we did find a structure. Shall we explore this one? Shall we go in through the roof or through the front door? Honestly, probably a better idea to go in through the door. Oh boy. This looks dangerous. That's a pretty firework, though. Where shall I park my dragon to attempt this? Oop, they're firing arrows at us. Yikes. Let's go ahead and sit our dragon down. One annoying thing about the dragons is that they don't really have as much health as you might hope, and they do take a lot of damage, as you can see quite quickly from these pillagers. Goodbye, fellow. And I would hate for my dragon to take so much damage that he leaves this greener, so instead let's try to take care of these pillagers ourselves. So far so good. Let's eat a little bit to gain our health back. Oop, look a little bit like a pincushion here. Luckily our health is not too bad. Let's see, how do we get up to where these guys are? Alrighty. So they do hit pretty hard, but luckily I have pretty good armor. So I can take them out one by one. My goodness though, look at that map. It looks like there's about 50 of them. Let me show you guys. My goodness. I don't know, maybe I should have brought in along a friend for this expedition. We'll see if we survive. Okay, shall we dash in? Here we go. Oh boy. That is too many of them. I need to run away and heal. Cue the exciting fight music, right? Oh boy, that is way too many. Maybe I can lead them away. Let's see here. Come on, guys. Oh, are they not following me anymore? I do indeed look like a pincushion still. Let's see here. I hear him somewhere. Where did he go? Ah, yes. Come here, fellow. Oh boy. Ah! Run away! My goodness. They do a lot of damage even with the warden armor. Which is crazy considering, look what I have on this armor. Ay, ay, ay. Did he die? Okay, we're good. Is he gone? He is gone. Uh-oh. But I also do not have any more food. Which is not a good situation for me. Let me see, do I have any in my backpack? Ah, yes. Let's grab these apples real quick. Let me just check to see how my armor's doing. Armor is A-okay, that's good. Okay, let's see if we can grab this guy. Lead him away and take care of him. And hopefully not depart the earth in the process. Nice. Ooh, I'm getting some emeralds, that's always good. Emeralds, argentum, and platinum. I'm not really sure what we do with the other two yet. I'll have to see if I can figure it out later. But we all know you can use those emeralds for trading with our villagers. I don't have very many villagers yet in my castle, but I do have one. So that's at least maybe help me buy some more mending or something like that. Let's get our pickaxe out, because I think this is diamonds. Ay, ay, ay. He wants to protect his diamonds, doesn't he? Apologize for all the zooming back and forth, but I am trying not to die. That fire aspect does help a lot, for sure. Did we get anything? Nice. We got some more emeralds. Let's see, it's showing that there's a guy over here somewhere. Ah, yes. Hello, good sir. Well, that was quick. Last apple. Oh good, I do have that diamond. Just wanted to make sure I didn't leave that behind. Let's see if we can peek into this room here. Oh boy. Ay, I do not think we are quite ready to take on this build in its entirety. Oh my goodness, look at all those guys. And it is getting to be nighttime. I think it is high time we take off and leave these fellows to another day. But we will definitely have to come back here and see if we can't defeat them. I'm wondering, honestly, if there might be some spawners in there or something like that. And that's why there's so many of them, because this mansion here is just full of those villagers that are just causing a lot of problems for me here today. Whoa, I don't know why that chunk's not loading properly. Maybe my computer's lagging. Ah, there we go. Since it's nighttime, let's go ahead and head on back to the castle. I think we will have to try to defeat that building full of villagers another time, because I do not have enough food and it's already getting dark and I don't want to have both zombies and skeletons in addition to the villagers to fight. Alrighty. Well, everybody, I think that is going to be where I end it today. Hopefully next time we can actually defeat that castle there full of villagers. So that's going to be my goal next time. Please make sure you like and subscribe for more Minecraft content. And have a wonderful day.